So I want to start this off by saying congratulations, Alex Pereira, for getting the dub against Khalil Rountree. And shout out Khalil Rountree for probably giving Pereira his second hardest fight. Well, or should I say third? No, second hardest fight in the light heavyweight division. Jan Blachowicz, I still feel like gave him the hardest fight. I know that was at elevation, but this fight was also at elevation. And I feel like Pereira learned from the Blachowicz match. So he kind of like managed his gas tank a lot better in this fight against Khalil Rountree. Anyway, that being said, let's get into what I really, really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to shout out both those guys real quick. These fighters that are fighting Alex Pereira, I don't know why they do this, but they need to fucking stop doing this.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents?
I thought I was going crazy. I was just like, no way. Maybe I'm like a delusional fan or whatever. But I don't know why all these fighters are so hell-bent on striking with Pereira. We all know Pereira is a decorated glory kickboxer. I think he's a 2-division champ. But this man is like the definition of a kickboxer. Like, he's probably the greatest kickboxer, one of the greatest kickboxers in history, and probably the greatest striker in the UFC currently. I don't think that's far-fetched to say. But the reason why I'm saying this is because Jamal Hill, capable grappler, I wouldn't say he's like the greatest grappler, but he's a capable grappler, didn't want to grapple against Pereira. And now we got freaking Magomed Ankalaev over here saying that I will strike. I know Magomed Ankalaev's most of his wins and finishes have come from knockouts, but we all know that he's more than capable of wrestling. We saw what he did to Anthony Smith. He's more than capable, and you know, he's a Dagestani wrestler. They're all really good at wrestling submissions and stuff. I just don't understand why these guys are hell-bent on striking with Pereira. Like, Khalil Rountree, sure, I get it. He's a Muay Thai specialist, but I'm pretty sure he has some capable grappling. You're an MMA. Everyone should have capable grappling. Everyone has their strong suits. I just don't understand. There's a part towards the finish when Khalil Rountree kind of gets like wobbled and like changes levels a little bit. And I'm like, he could have panicked takedown. Like, obviously he probably still would have gotten finished, but he could have bought himself more time if he went for a panic takedown. But he didn't. And I just don't understand that. Like, I don't know why they want to prove a point so bad that they could strike with Pereira. I feel like getting the win is more important than proving that you can knock out one of the greatest kickboxers in history. Yuri Prohaska, very capable striker. He understood the assignment and he grappled with Pereira. He still lost because the hardest part is, okay, let's see if you could take down Pereira. Okay, how about keeping him there? That's the part that we haven't seen. We haven't seen if anyone's capable of keeping him there. So far, the only person who successfully did it was Jan Blachowicz. Like, he held him down there for, I don't even know how much, like 5 minutes of control time or something. He did a great job. And he understood the assignment. He was like, I'm not going to fuck around and find out. I'm going to freaking take this homeboy down. Because as we saw in the Adesanya match, Pereira initiated the grappling, but Adesanya got the better of him. So that's how we were like, okay, his weakness is clearly grappling. Sure, he's been training with Glover Teixeira, but we haven't seen how much his grappling has improved. Like, he got awarded a black belt in jiu-jitsu by knocking someone out, knocking Jamal Hill out, I'm pretty sure. And that makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense at all. I think Joe Rogan even called it out. DC or Joe Rogan was just like, how do you get a black belt for knocking someone out? Whatever, right? But as a fan, I want to see if Pereira is capable of grappling. But these people are buying into his game, which I'm very confused about. Because isn't the whole point of MMA and fighting to impose your own will and make the person fight your game? Like, Khabib was great at this. Like, he would drown these people and he would make them play his game. He's not going to fuck around and strike with you. He's going to strike with you a little bit, but only to initiate his takedowns. And Islam Makhachev is pretty good at this too, but he can also strike. So he's like the best of both worlds. He's like a balanced Khabib, right? But he resorts to grappling when he needs to, like against Poirier. Poirier is a capable grappler, but I would say Makhachev has the advantage over him. I'm pretty sure Jamal Hill had a few scrambles with Glover Teixeira, and I think he got the better of him in there. So clearly he's capable enough to potentially take down and control Pereira, but he didn't even try. I mean, we saw that it didn't even get past the first round. Homeboy should have immediately shot for the legs. I'm pretty sure that's what Jan Blachowicz did. So far, he's the only one that was like reasonable and was just like, yeah, I'm going to shoot for legs. I mean, Prohaska did too, but he did kind of want to strike a little too much. He got a little bit too comfortable on the feet. He was very open. He was getting destroyed in the second fight. First fight he did a pretty decent job with the grappling. But I just want to see where Pereira's skill set is at. Because if, let's say, Magomed Ankalaev is trolling and he doesn't actually want to strike, and he goes for a takedown, and Pereira is a capable grappler, I feel like this will give us more light on how well Pereira would do in a move up to heavyweight. Like, can he grapple with these guys? Does he have at least some capable grappling, some capable submissions or whatever? Obviously, Pereira's not going to go... His game plan isn't going to be grappling. He's a striker. He's a kickboxer. We all talked about how good his kickboxing is. I just want to see him tested. I'm a Pereira fan through and through. I picked him every fight except the Jan Blachowicz fight and the Yuri Prohaska fight. The first Yuri Prohaska fight. Because those guys are my boys, obviously. I was a fan of Jan and Yuri before I was a fan of Pereira. So obviously I'm going to choose him. But now I know. Now I know Pereira's that dog. I just want to see where his skill set is at. Because right now, I don't want to say he has it on easy mode, but these guys playing his game clearly give him the advantage. People like to say that Khalil Roundtree was dominating in the first 2 rounds. He won those first 2 rounds, or close 2 rounds. And I don't know if the knockdown was considered a knockdown or if it was a slip. But like I said in the beginning, I feel like Pereira knew from his past fight with Jan to conserve his gas tank and then explode later. Wait until the other guy's gassed out, because I think it was at elevation. So I just want to see someone try to test his grappling. And I feel like Magomed Ankalaev is that guy, but I feel like he's feeling himself a little too much. Like, you're clearly a capable grappler. Don't mess around on the feet with Pereira. He's knocked everyone out. How about mix it up, make it an MMA match, impose your will, and grapple with him. Get him exhausted, and then you can seek the finish standing up. Let's say he takes him down for the first 2 rounds, completely exhausts Pereira, and then he can get the KO finish in like the 3rd or 4th. Something like that. Like, if he wants to strike with him, do it like that. Do it a smart way. But if he's going to come out of the gate, I know Magomed Ankalaev is a capable striker, but obviously I'm going to favor Pereira because he's a glory kickboxing champion. He's been kickboxing forever. He just recently transitioned into MMA. Like, what, 3 years ago or something like that? So, don't play his game. I just don't understand why these guys are so hell-bent on striking with him. It's like they want to prove that they're the better striker. But it's just with him. Because they're okay with mixing it up with other people. Like I said, Magomed Ankalaev absolutely mauled Anthony Smith. I just don't understand why. Why Pereira specifically? Why are you fucking around with Pereira? Stone Hands Pereira. Why are you fucking around with him? And I don't know if... I know Khalil Roundtree's camp was just like, we're not going for takedowns. I hope someone in Magomed Ankalaev's fucking camp is smart enough to be like, hey man, you should probably go for takedowns. You have the edge in grappling over him. You may think you're a better striker, but let's not fuck around and find out. We want to get the belt. The belt is more important than proving a point to yourself or whatever, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why these people want to strike with him. And on the topic of striking with Pereira, I feel everyone on the internet is like, this guy's our only hope. They're trying to repeat the Adesanya and fucking Pereira situation. This guy, Artem Vakhitov, I don't even know if I pronounced Vakhitov. This guy from Glory Kickboxing, he beat Pereira. I don't know how many times he beat him. I don't know if they had a trilogy or whatever. I know they were rivals. But he was on the Dana White Contender Series, and Pereira told Dana White to sign him. So people are like, oh, this is a repeat of the Israel Adesanya and Pereira situation. Pereira's rival is coming in, and he's the only one who could beat Pereira. Maybe if it was pure striking, I don't know. I haven't seen those fights. You could call me a casual, whatever. I haven't seen those fights, so I don't know how well they match up on the striking. But I feel like this will be the moment where it will be like an MMA match. I don't know who's going to go for takedowns first. Maybe Pereira. Maybe he's going to try to show off his grappling skills. If this fight ever happens in the near future, Pereira's like 37, 38. I feel like he doesn't have much left in the tank. So we'll see. But people are saying right now this guy is like the only hope. He's their saving grace. He's the fucking Pereira to Adesanya. This is Pereira's whatever. Right? I don't think so. I mean, sure, that was kickboxing. This is MMA. Anything can happen. Pereira could probably shoot. I don't think he cares about proving a point. He's a made man already. He's clearly up there in GOAT conversation. I don't know where in the GOAT conversation, but he's clearly up there. And I don't think he's going to risk his legacy to prove a point. He's knocked out all these other guys. He could probably have a decent striking battle with this guy. And they're smaller gloves, so he'll probably knock him out. But I obviously wouldn't be surprised if he freaking went for a takedown. I mean, he was the first one to initiate a takedown with Adesanya. So, I don't know. I feel like people are making headcanons in their head because for some reason, leading up to the Khalil Roundtree fight, everyone wanted, like almost everyone, like on Instagram, Twitter, they just wanted to see Pereira lose for some reason. I don't know if people are getting tired of Pereira, but I feel like he's great for the UFC. So, I don't know why you would want him to lose. But I feel like people are calling for it. I don't know why, but I want to see Pereira thrive, and I want to see him win. I want to see him go up to heavyweight. I favor that more than him going back down to middleweight. And Magomed Ankalaev, please do not do this. Please just test him. Test the champion. See where his skill set is. Don't play into his game. Make him play your game. I just don't understand why these fighters are doing this. Anyway, guys, I just had to get that out because I was like going crazy. I was just like, am I the only one who's like freaking out? Like these people are just like, I mean, obviously we know that Twitter is just like, why are these people doing it? It's like becoming a meme or whatever. I think right here. Yeah, are you stupid or what? Like people are, clearly it's a meme. But so far, Roundtree, Jamal Hill, all said like, yeah, I'm gonna strike with him. I can outstrike him. And then they both got fucked. Yuri mixed it up, but I feel like he was still too comfortable with his striking. Like he still thought he could get him. But obviously a 205 Pereira's chin is different than the one that Israel Adesanya knocked out in middleweight. He's not dehydrated. This is his weight class. Like he doesn't have to shed too much weight. So don't try to knock him out just because Adesanya did it. Just because Adesanya knocked down a dehydrated Pereira doesn't mean you can. He's not as dehydrated. So just make him play your game. Impose your will. Don't fuck around and find out. This man clearly has ridiculous knockout power. I just don't understand why he's doing that. I just don't understand why any of these guys are doing that. Hopefully, Magomed Ankalaev realizes in the first round, if he doesn't get knocked out, that, wow, I should probably grapple this dude. And then he grapples him. But we can only hope. I'm not saying I want Pereira to lose. Obviously, if this fight were to happen, I'm going to choose Pereira. Because that's my dog. And I haven't really been a Magomed Ankalaev fan too much. But it would be silly of him to not grapple. And I want to see him grapple Pereira because I want to see where Pereira's skill set is. As a fan, I want to see how does Pereira actually deal with pressure. Like, people said he dealt with pressure with Khalil Roundtree and like, oh, he met his match because Khalil Roundtree is super fast. But like I said, I think it was Pereira conserving his gas tank. He didn't want to blow his load early and potentially get knocked out. He was playing a smart game. He showed his IQ in that match. That's what I'm going to say. He showed that he's a capable tactician when it comes to fighting. But now how I want to see how does he face when he's not playing his game. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I just had to get that out. It was like killing me inside. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Do whatever the fuck you want. And obviously, I know Sparking Zero is coming out soon. I failed on my mission. I'm still going to finish Budokai Tenkaichi 2, but at the same time, I'm going to be playing Sparking Zero. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day.